Hi, my name is Eric Gladberg, and I'm in our operations team here at VictorOps, and I
am Samantha Hoffman, and I am on our marketing team here at VictorOps in Boulder, Colorado.
We're going to go ahead and go through a quick demo of the primary features and functionality of the VictorOps platform. So I'm going to go ahead and go into a screen share here. Okay. So right now you should be seeing the primary window of the VictorOps platform. This is our web UI. We built the platform around a mobile-first strategy, so we do have both iOS and Android clients. But for presentation's sake, it's easier to run through the web UI here. The design of our platform is to reduce time to resolution and to be collaborative in nature, offering full transparency and a single pane of glass view into all that is going on within your infrastructure and the people that are monitoring it. I'm going to go ahead and start here on the left side with the people pane. These are all the members of our organization. Now at the top here you see that these 4 individuals have an oak leaf next to their name. That's to denote that they are currently on call. Now when you look below their name, there's a few different teams here. The orange is actually to denote what team they are on call for. So Jason would be database and engineering, Nate's database, phone escalation team, everyone. You get the idea. As we go down below the people that are on call, we have 3 people here with green dots next to their name. That's to show that they have logged in and are currently or recently present and active within the app. They are paying attention, if you will. They're looking at what's going on and probably have a good idea of the recent things that have transpired within the app. You can also click on people's names and get their contact information, email address, phone number, and everything else. And same with the people who are not currently on call as well. Also, what's really nice is, as you probably know, most of us have lives outside of work. We have kids and baseball games and skiing and sports and all sorts of things that we like to do. So oftentimes we might be on call during a time that it's probably not the most convenient to be on call, or that you really aren't able to assist in fighting a fire. So you can actually go in and reach out to somebody and take on call for them by just clicking here. What's nice about this is that this isn't under the table. This is fully visible and transparent, and it will show up in the center timeline here that you took an individual. As we move into the center pane here, this is our primary timeline. This is designed to have the look and feel kind of akin to Twitter, where we're basically ingesting all the alerts from a given monitoring tool and presenting you with all the information here. This is going to show on-call, rotation switches, critical alerts, warnings, chats. We have a HIP chat integration that'll show up on here as well. And we just currently have it in demo mode right now, where it's kicking in alerts every once in a while. This is super nice because, like I said, it's collaborative in nature, and you can identify who's working on an incident or fighting a fire at any given time. We'll go ahead and move over into the right pane here. This is the incident pane. So anything that you see here, this is going to be the more drilled down and descriptive window to take a look at it. So you can click on an incident. All the information is here. You can also get on and hit more info and get even more information. Find out exactly what's going on, who's been paged, and what people are doing about it. Additionally, you can also @mention individuals and ask them for help. Kind of that collaborative nature coming in here. Additionally, you can also use the reroute button. Oh.
I was just going to say that in regards to rerouting an incident, this is especially important for companies who currently leverage a NOC or a centralized support organization that distributes incidents. So this is a way in which they can integrate within the VictorOps platform as well.
Yeah, so if the incident's outside your technical acumen, you can go ahead and forward it along to the dev watcher team or the database team. they can take care of it. If it is inside your technical acumen or your responsibility, you can go ahead and acknowledge it and go ahead and start working on working that issue to ground. From here, I'm going to go ahead and move over into maintenance mode. We're going to go ahead and acknowledge these right here. Oh, sorry, before I move into maintenance mode, we actually have some new filtering here that's going to show my incidents, the issues, or the incidents that I'm currently working on myself, in addition to my team's incidents. This kind of gives you just greater visibility and others greater visibility into what you're working on or what your team might be working on at any given time. Over here in maintenance mode, this is really convenient for when you're going to be taking a server offline or you have scheduled downtime coming up. You don't want to be paged about that the entire time and just keep on receiving annoying notifications that the server is offline. Obviously, that stops the notifications that you have as a part of your personal paging policy, but the system does continue to ingest those alerts. So anything that comes in during that time is still going to show up in the main timeline here. You'll still have that data that you can go back and review and take care of if need be, but you won't be paged about it until you exit maintenance mode. From here, I'm going to go ahead and have Sam talk about our scheduling component.
So when you are ready to put all of your schedules in place for your different teams, you're going to want to head over to the settings page of our platform. And once we get there, you'll see that you can create schedules for each individual team. We understand that every organization and every team within that organization operates in very different ways, so we ensure that our scheduling capabilities are extremely customizable to whatever works best for you, whether that's a normal 24/7 rotation, a follow the sun rotation, or if your team operates in a way which certain people are on shift during the day, other people take on call in the evening, as well as a weekend component to that rotation. So again, we want to make sure that we're making your lives easier, and one way in which we do that is to create scheduling opportunities that work for everybody. So when that schedule is created and you click onto that specific team, this is where you create the escalation policy. Escalation policies as well as schedules are specific to individual teams. So obviously one team might have a different escalation policy than another team. What's cool about our platform is there is no maximum steps you can create for said escalation policy. We suggest that in your immediate step you have a couple of notification rules. We feel as though redundancy is just better to get to the problem faster. So as you see here, we notify the primary person on call at first, as well as the manager of that team. If it's still an acknowledge after 5 minutes, we notify another user, and so on and so forth. These can be changed as you see fit, and again, super customizable. Our rotations for each team are also, as you could guess, customizable. If you click into a specific rotation shift, you can see when the handoff happens, at what time, and what time you want that handoff to take place next. So based on what works best for your team, that will be your rotation policy. So now Eric will go into personal user escalation policies.
Yeah, it's worth noting as well that we recognize that a lot of this stuff really does take set up. So our operations support team is here to assist you in that. Just reach out to us, support@victorops.com, and we will assist you in setting up those on-call rotations or the scheduling or even integrations that we're going to talk about in a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and move into the users tab here. We have the members of our organization. If you click on a user here, kind of like the people pane, you see their information, a little more detail here. Obviously all of their devices that they have, or that they currently have. It's worth mentioning as well that this is super important to keep current and up to date. If you have an outage and you're trying to reach out to somebody and they haven't updated their information in here, obviously that doesn't help anybody. I'm gonna go ahead and move down to the personal paging policy. Nate has this set up to immediately send an email to his email address. And then 15 minutes later, until we've reached you, send a push notification to his devices. You can set this up however you want it to be. I receive a push notification immediately, and then 5 minutes later, an SMS. We oftentimes recommend, as Sam said earlier, to have 2 steps in that first step, just to build some redundancy into that notification and alerting. From here, we're going to move over to the next tab in integrations. I'm going to let Sam talk to you guys a little bit about that.
So if you look on the right side here, you'll see all of the formal integrations that we currently have, Nagios, New Relic, etc. What's important to note here is that we're actively working on constantly updating our formal integrations. If you don't see someone that you're currently integrated with on this list, please do reach out, because it's very highly likely that we're working on an integration with them right now. What's also very important about our integrations is that through a REST endpoint as well as an email endpoint, you can virtually integrate any alerting tool or monitoring system that you work with into the VictorOps timeline, whether that's a ticketing system for your support team, whatever that might be. The possibilities are endless with integrating into the VictorOps platform. What we would also recommend is that you visit the VictorOps knowledge base for additional detailed technical information about how you can successfully integrate your monitoring tools with VictorOps. This is updated on a regular basis. If we're missing something, or if there's something you want to learn more about, our support team is here to help you.
Yeah, tons of great information in here, full list of our integrations and how to actually get them going. And if this doesn't work for you, obviously you're welcome to shoot us a note at support@victorops.com, and we will be happy to help. I'm going to go ahead and move into our reporting. These are the 5 reports we offer right now. The one that I'm going to drill into right now that our customers are really excited about is post-mortem reporting. This is pretty simple to use. Go ahead and hit new report, type in demo, and you're just going to pick a date and time that maybe the outage occurred, and then the end time. And then that'll generate the information you need. So we're going to discard this. I'm just going to show you one that we already have. So it shows up, it'll show all the information and all the instances that occurred during that given amount of time. As you go through, when you're building the report, on the left side you can expand and remove noise. Obviously things like on-call switches probably aren't that important, stuff like that, but you can quickly see what was going on at any given time, and then obviously all your chat messages are going to show up in here as well. Just a very kind of collaborative in nature. From here you can actually save it as a PDF, or you could print it, you can email it, you can send that both obviously internally or externally. We think this is probably most applicable to being able to send a very professional looking report to a customer to maintain an SLA.
And another thing to that point in regards to postmortem reporting, we are all about helping our customers solve the problem faster. And one way in which we can do that is making sure that we have these postmortem reports collectively available to team members and teams. So when a problem arises in the future, you can you can look back at those reports, and rather than taking 2 hours to solve a problem, hopefully you can solve that problem within minutes.
Awesome. Okay. I think that just about covers all the primary features and functionality of the VictorOps platform. I'm going to go ahead and stop the screen sharing here. Let's see if we got, there we are.
So here at VictorOps, again, we are super available all the time, except when we're not, but we always are, to answer any questions that you might have. If you're interested in a more in-depth demo, please do contact us. Our support team is available at all times and are very timely in answering your questions.
Yeah, I also want to mention that we do have a 14-day free trial. Go ahead and take a look at that, and I'll be reaching out to you if you get going on one of those. And our ops team is here to support you, answer any questions that we can. We're happy to help, and we look forward to working with you further. Hope this was helpful, and we'll look forward to hearing from you. Thanks.
Have a victorious day.